gutta!
Skål! Skål!
Pour yourself a drink, it's Tipsy Wednesday, an original podcast, presented from the Penthouse Bar, or in the woods. With us, as usual, our host and editor, Björn!
Greetings!
And our host and in-house villain, Junior!
Hello there.
And last but not least, our legendary host, social media manager, and video editor, Thomas.
Hello!
I just noticed my frame of creativity is a bit slim here, but oh well.
Yep, that's your doing, I think.
Yep. But at least I am in the woods.
You're in the woods, yes. Because
Congrats.
you're using your green screen that you bought.
Yeah, little experiment, but it looks like it's working fairly decent. Yeah.
Of course, I'm not using my green screen today, because you guys bought your green screens like 3 weeks ago, and you haven't used them yet.
Yeah, but
We have had some failed attempts, but that's it. So today I thought, they won't be using their green screens now, so I don't bother.
and lo and behold, look at me now.
But you did. You chose to use your your green screen.
Yeah.
So I hope Junior will fix his lighting and stuff for next week, and we're all good to go.
Yeah.
Well,
Or at least the two of us will be using green screen next week then.
Yeah.
But yeah, you called me a video editor.
Yeah.
A week ago I edited, or almost a week ago I edited last week's episode of Tips Wednesday for YouTube. And you had sent me the audio files you have edited. And I was lining them up, all the claps, which we do before we start recording.
Off camera, yeah.
Off camera, yes. To line up the audio files, and it just didn't match the video. Whatever I did, it never matched. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I can see the claps are matching up, but they keep talking in my mouth all the time. What the hell is going on? So I tried to work it back and forth for a bit. Then I realized, I'm using the wrong video file for the episode. So the audio's fine. It's just it's the video file.
You were using last week's episode?
Yeah.
Or prior to the one you were editing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
I've been there, done that.
So I put that up there, like, there we go. I just have to have the sound from the other guys to match up. And it just never did. And it took me a while to realize what the mistake was. Because I kept listening to your voices, and it's like, this was what we discussed last week. So the audio file is definitely what it should be. But yeah, I figured it out. The episode came out as it should. Everything was fine, but... also, for those watching on YouTube, if I seem a little bit green sometimes, it's because of Björn's green screen, which is shining green and bright on my screen. Or on one of my screens.
yeah, it's quite the spectacle.
Nah.
Quite the green.
It's very green. And if it works out next week, I will have 2 greens to flash in my face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will get green from both sides. Not the only where you get it from your left hand or right.
Left.
Okay.
But I have a light here. I'm trying to kind of outmatch the green. But never mind that. Good work, Junior. Just added a new topic to discuss. But before that, we'll talk about some things we've already discussed over on our Norwegian podcast. Which is on our YouTube, no, not YouTube page, on our Facebook page. I posted a little video clip. It's part 3 of a little series I've been doing called The Villain Strikes, or whatever I called it. I made part 3 of this where I meet myself, kinda. I play all the 3 characters in in that movie. and one of the characters interact with the two other characters on separate occasions. So that was hard work. Of course, it's an amateur guy editing that video, because the editing wasn't too good, but it wasn't too bad either.
Well, it was a video project, right? It was
Yeah,
experimenting. Yeah,
it's mostly meant to just let me play around in the editing software with the green screen. And to be fair, I learn new stuff every time.
Yeah. Even the simplest of things you hadn't considered is suddenly a problem.
Yeah, and also the video is like 3 minutes long, and I used like 5 hours on that little project.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the last part as well. Then I realized there is a cliffhanger bit in that, so I might make a part 4.
Well, that's completely up to you.
It is
Well,
up to me.
sounds
It is up to me. It won't be in the next couple of days, but maybe in time. I have a little plan in my head with 4 characters, so more work, more hours.
The green screen is paying off for you at least.
Yeah, of course I have to use it.
But didn't you say you wanted more time, not less time? Just asking.
Yeah, these are the kind of things I need more time to do, right? Preferably without losing time with other project and interests.
Aren't you afraid that
Okay, you go on.
that you got a lot of things you're interested in?
I have a lot of things I'm interested in, and it's a good thing. People should have a lot of interests, right?
Yeah.
What are you getting at?
No.
I mean,
No, I was just asking.
well, speaking of time, this past week I've had the time to, for example, set up my green screen. Why have I had extra time, you might ask? I'm glad you asked. Because I have been home from work for almost the entirety of the week. Because I am a sick man. I've contracted the COVIDs.
Oh no!
So, oh no.
Oh no!
How could you do that?
No,
I've betrayed you all,
And
Thomas,
thi-
right?
And this late in the game as well.
Yeah,
Should be
but
ashamed
now
of yourself.
it's not even cool to be a COVID patient. Jokes aside, it's I've been one of the lucky ones to have mild symptoms, just some mild coughing, runny nose, sore throat. It's like, no
Yeah.
big deal. But I've still been home from work.
I had it about a year ago. I had almost no symptoms that time. It was 2 afternoons. I had a little bit of a fever, and that's about it. Rules have since changed about how long you should stay home and stuff like that. But I've also contracted COVID again. This week.
like
So-
this week, along
you.
with me. Yeah.
So yeah, I discovered it a couple of days after you, I think. But yeah.
So not only am I a sick man, we are sick men.
Men, yes.
No, you're sick dudes.
and
Dudes.
I've had more symptoms this time around than I had the first time around. So when I had the Delta variant, I only had fever like 2 evenings. This time I had a really sore throat, really clogged up nose, a lot of fever, headaches. Just been really out of shape as a whole. I was out walking yesterday. Had to get some fresh air. I got exhausted out of nothing.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed as well. Like, just walking around at home, haven't noticed it too much. But one day we had, a great amount of snow. So I was like, yeah, I'll go out, shovel some snow. And holy shit, I got tired of that stuff. Like, really fucking exhausted. The sweat was just, dripping. Like, yeah, this isn't normal, I was thinking. It's like, that's when I was noticing I was ill, like for real.
Yeah.
So try to keep the physical exertion to a minimum.
Yep. But we are both getting better, I hope.
Yeah, improving. Yep.
Yeah. That's good. And of course, we still have to do the podcast, even though we're sick.
Yeah,
You don't get sick
we're-
leave from the podcast.
We're that dedicated,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheer for that.
Well, alcohol is supposed to help fight COVID,
According to whom?
according to our good Mr. Trump.
Good
Ah,
Mr. Trump.
Was it only he though?
Well,
I remember it being said at the early stage.
yeah, it was like one of the earlier, like, alcohol kills bacteria. Alcohol also kills the virus. Yeah, if you're like,
It
well,
also kills brain cells.
Drink some bleach and shove some UV lights inside your body and should be good.
What?
No, don't do that.
yeah, it
It's
was
part
like
of
one of
something Trump said.
the part of some very early, what can I call it?
Propaganda?
Misinformative measures
Yeah,
that a very few amount of people actually believed. But
Trump had figured out that UV lights were killing the COVID virus. So I figured you should just shove some UV lights inside your body. And that should do the trick. Also, alcohol was good against the COVID, so you should get it injected into your body as well.
Wise words, what?
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so, but I know so.
You know so, okay.
Do you have COVID?
Yes?
You had it twice. Did you
Yeah.
do it?
No? I've been drinking alcohol, though.
Yeah, that is why you're sick, because you didn't show your UV lights.
I don't want UV lights up my ass. Or down my throat.
Do you
the only
see-
result will be revealing nasty stuff that's been happening there. If you put UV lights everywhere,
No,
like,
no.
you see all the nasties.
Have you seen me getting COVID? No.
No? Cool.
Because
It's,
you
avoiding
inject
you like the
alcohol
plague.
into your veins and
Yes.
play with UV lights.
Yes.
Sounds like you're going to some rave parties. I want to participate at those as well. Sounds like
Well-
some crazy shit you're doing.
Well, yeah, well, I'm farting UV lights or...
Where are we
My-
going with this? I was like,
That you guys don't follow the pro tips.
mm.
While I do. And I fart UV light and bleach. But I still haven't gotten COVID.
No, you haven't. Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the topics, deciding what are we gonna attack first. How about
Oh, how did I mark that? Never mind. Yeah, so let's do show and tell first. Our
okay.
weekly segment now.
Yes.
Björn, what do you have for us?
I have.
And it's not green, right?
No, I think it's not green. Well, it's actually the object itself isn't very special, but the contents. It's a book. It
But
says-
are you so...
What the hell is the
It
name of that
says-
book?
It says Screen Brain. That's the direct translation.
Okay, and the book is about...
Well, it is about how society and technology and media has proceeded at a turbo pace, while biologically, we as humans and our brains haven't really adapted to, or haven't adapted at all, and we aren't like ready to consume media and entertainment the same at the same pace it is being shoved into, like, us, you know?
Yeah.
So
They're shoving too much at us.
it's like, yeah, it's a book that, like, I was trying to, like, read the, what's it called? The rear of the book, the summary, or, like, teaser, I guess. It's in Norwegian, but I could, like, try to translate the very first few sentences, which, like, the summary, I guess. Okay, just give me a moment here. It would be something like, in a world of constant stress, a digital lifestyle begins to affect the development of our brain, and bad mental health is taking over as the world's most leading health threat of our time.
Bullshit, that's COVID.
Maybe. No matter how much you like watching pictures on Instagram, news, looking at your phone, movies, TV series, your brain might not be adapted to the pace society has today. The human brain was created in a completely different time. Perhaps we should consider this more. And that's the, like, brief summary. So yeah, it's a very, I wouldn't say it's an eye opener, but it gives another perspective at, like, normal stuff we don't even think too much about today. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna open my phone and scroll through Instagram for half an hour, or TikTok, or whatever. Like, get entertainment pumped into my brain at turbo pace.
Says the guy who plays the most of us.
Yes, this goes for, like, social media, video games, series, movies. It's like all types of modern entertainment. It's like more or less could be the same, part of the same problem.
Have you read the book through, or are you somewhere in the middle of it?
No. I've just started the very first 2 chapters. I don't know if you can see the bookmark over there. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I've just started.
Yeah, but do you feel the need for some regular entertainment then? Now that you're reading through this and finding out that digital entertainment is bad.
Well, I've kind of known that overstimulation is bad in a lot of things. Like, if you watch too much porn, you might become porn desensitized, right?
Yeah.
And if you watch too many, if your brain gets used to the pace of, like, I don't know how TikTok works, but the few TikTok videos I've looked at is like entertainment at a super fast pace just shoved into you, and the next video is like this funny clip, 10 seconds or something, where, like, yeah, it's like it goes so fucking fast, and your brain just, like, gets pumped full of entertainment at turbo speeds. It's like, is that really the most healthy thing we can do for our brains?
The brain will adapt. The brain will adapt over time.
Yeah, it will adapt to get used to turbo entertainment. What happens when you have 10 minutes where you have to wait at the doctor's office or something?
Yeah, but I understand.
You look at your phone to get turbo entertainment.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but are you doing something about it? Because I know that you're reading this and you find it dangerous and everything, and you have been telling so as far as I know in you, but still, you're still playing your fucking video game.
Yes, I'm still playing, but I'm deliberately trying to, because I have, like, this setup. I have, like, several monitors around, and sometimes I play a video game, and depending on the game, I could have on my monitor next to me, I could have some YouTube video playing at the same time. Like, while I'm playing a game, I need more entertainment in addition to this. It's like, do I really need that? Perhaps not. Most likely not. So I've just tried to at least dumb down the side entertainment while I'm doing main entertainment.
No. That's the
So-
wrong way of looking at it. You have unlocked more brain power. You can be entertained more. You can do multiple things at the same time. It's fucking amazing.
Well, the thing you're hinting at is like multitasking as a pro. But
Yes.
what if multitasking really is a con? What if you
I
should be
have never heard any
monotasking
girl
instead?
say that.
Is that book written by a girl or a man? Or a man?
It is
It was
written by
a-
Anders Hansen, so it's a guy.
And it's one man's take
Yeah,
Yeah.
on it.
yeah. But thus far, the first 2 chapters I've read, they make a lot of sense, and it's not like, oh, I'm super scared of entertainment now, but it's like, yeah, I'll take these things into consideration.
And wipe your ass with it.
And wipe my nose and stop having Twitch or YouTube on my side monitor while I'm playing a game.
I never figured that one
That's
out.
my first measure.
I have friends who plays a game and watch TV shows at the same time.
Yeah.
Usually shows they watched before, so they don't have to focus too much on it. Just background noise, and just watch over when it's a loading screen or something on the game.
Yeah,
when I
because
play-
your
when I-
brain, you want...
Yeah, but when I play games, I'm so focused on the game, I can't have anything to distract me around it.
Yes, that's usually me as well. But you
No,
have those
how-
few moments. You have like 5 seconds of loading, or you have half a minute of something you don't have to focus that hard on your game, on your primary monitor. You could like glance over to the video, YouTube video you're having on the side, or the show you're watching on the side. You're watching Friends again for the 7th time, you know?
Well, it really depends on the game. If I'm fishing in Final Fantasy 14, I can usually listen to an audiobook at the same time.
Okay. Well, there
If
are,
I'm-
of course, different degrees to this. I don't know what to call it. Multi-entertainment infusion. It's like... But yeah, it's made me aware of a few things. Not that I'll turn my whole life around, but it's an interesting read, at least. Even if I'll read through the whole thing and do nothing about it, I'll at least have found the book interesting, I think. Thus far.
No.
So-
You need to get
No.
more typical hobbies.
More typical than playing video games, watching series, and reading books.
Yes.
What's more typical than that?
Reading books
Eating?
is... No, you can read. You can play soccer. You can...
Why
like
do you
one
say
man...
soccer? We're in Europe. It's football. It's fucking football.
Football.
It's football. You can go mountain trips. There's a lot of...
Well, there are certain things people don't want to do and don't like to do, and others that people do like to do. Different people, different tastes.
But how do you know? Because you've never done any of those.
Oh yeah, I've been walking a lot, and I like to walk the least amount necessary to do my daily chores. So usually I don't do unnecessary walks just to walk or exercise. But I see the benefit of exercising, of course, but I don't do it. I should, but
I will admit to walk, to go on a stroll in town is so fucking boring
Mm.
because of scenery. But that is my opinion.
But to go on a mountain hike, to get the experience and the views and the exercise, right?
Yes.
That's why we walk around in the comic book shop, because the scenery is fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
You don't go. You don't get a lot of exercise, but your back will kind of hurt.
Yeah, he will bend over. And on the topic of comic books, or comic book shops, for my take this week, and I have multiple showings, because I won't go in depth. We all know I collect Witcher stuff, but I collect other things as well.
Oh,
you do?
shit.
What the
I
fuck?
do, 'cause
What?
I'm a massive nerd. And I like my
Who would have
sci-fi.
thought?
I like my sci-fi, and I like my RPG games. And one of my favorite games, aside from The Witcher, is Mass Effect. And I have this. It's slightly green. It's because of Björn's green screen.
Yeah.
Is it the Normandy?
It's the Normandy SR1. I've ordered SR2 as well from my local comic book shop.
Yeah, right.
This is the spaceship you use in the game Mass Effect 1. It's your base of operations, your home base, or where you do stuff between missions, talk to your other characters, and do stuff. And travel places, because it's a spaceship. And it's very nice, this one. I really like it. Has all the details.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. I like my 80s action heroes. Again, sci-fi movies. So I have Terminator action figures as well.
Ah,
This one
there
is,
he is.
This one is Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator 2. I didn't just stop there. I have as well the figure from Terminator 1.
Ah, right. Oh, with the gun as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also the Uzi 9mm. That's the only two Terminator figures I have at the moment. I've been looking for Arnold from Terminator 3 as well. I haven't found one yet.
But like, those are the most iconic ones.
Yeah, they
1
are.
and 2.
Again, keeping up with sci-fi. I watched a British sci-fi show called Doctor Who. So, of course, I have Doctor Who stuff as well.
Yeah.
This is the 10th Doctor. Because when the Doctor dies, he reincarnates into a new body. This is the 10th body.
So
Using an
Buddhism
Actor,
had
the 10th
right.
body.
He's a Time Lord, traveling to time and space. The 10th Doctor was the most funny one, I think. And the most likable, in my opinion. But I do like superheroes as well. So I got this Batman figure.
Oh, damn. That does not look cheap.
It's not cheap. It's one of the more expensive ones.
Yeah.
Looks bulky.
I think it's from Kai Arts, or what they're called. They make
Square Enix one.
they make figurines. Or I'm not sure if this one from Kai Arts, the other one I have there is from there, but this one was more expensive, and it's from an animated movie called The Batman Returns. I believe it was. He returns as a 60-year-old Batman. In the movies, he's voiced by the name of the guy who played the RoboCop in the first movies back in the 80s.
Oh, you expect us to know that name?
Peter Weller.
Okay.
The superheroes have been outlawed and everything in the future. But the president chooses to send Superman after Batman when he goes rogue. A really bloody good movie. A two-parter.
Bloody movie or a bloody good movie?
Both of them. It's a really mature animated movie for mature audiences. So I recommend watching Batman Returns. Part 1 and 2.
Yeah. Well, damn. Feels like my show and tell was kind of lackluster then. Just showing a book.
No, yeah, but you went
It was
into
more...
you went into detail. We had the discussion about it. I'm just showing off
I guess.
nerdy stuff I have aside from Witcher stuff. I also do have a huge collection of Final Fantasy figures, but I don't have them displayed anywhere around my house at the moment because I don't have the space,
It's a shame.
which sucks.
Yeah. You did send a snap once when you were in your, what's it called? Cupboard or like storage room. It's like, yeah, all of these boxes with like tons of figurines. It's like,
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff laying around.
because you simply don't have space to put them up. That's a shame.
Just realized what my next show and tell is as well, because I have some pictures here. I will show off next week.
Okay.
And Junior,
Well,
what do you have for us?
Speaking of pictures, do you know what this is?
A manga?
No?
Two
This is-
anime girls.
This is art pamphlets, which you get from Ami Ami each time you order
buy
a figure.
Oh.
No.
They're like physical NFTs.
Yeah, they're physical NFTs, which you get from Ami Ami each time you order some anime figures. And I keep them on my fridge.
Yeah, it's a good place to have them.
Yeah, and this are like, how many are there? 1.
Do you get one for each order?
Yes. 3, 4, 5. I believe I have 6, but I only have 5 in my hand.
Oh, I don't have too many anime figures, I believe. I do have a pop figure from an anime show. Got it for free because they couldn't sell it. And the reason they couldn't sell it was because his eyebrow was loose.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't you just glue it on then?
It was in the box, missing his eyebrow. And I was just like, let's just put it in place and it's there.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, but they can't sell it.
They couldn't sell it. And of course, they know me. I'm a customer
like,
there.
hey, you.
And they saw me on their way to the... I want to say the trash room, but what's the...
Recycling room.
Yeah, where every store throw away their shit. What?
Oh, the image
Junior!
is all messed up.
I didn't do... Oh, fuck. It was my bad,
you
my
did
bad.
Yes, you did do bad.
There we are. Yeah, and the guy saw me on his way there to recycle stuff. And he was like, hey, you like animes, right? You want this? And it was in the box and everything. Just eyebrow had fell off. So I was like, yeah, sure. Free stuff.
Of course. Yeah.
I'll have it.
So I guess for my next show and tell, I will actually bring out some of my figurines.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've also got lots.
Yeah.
You've also got lots of figurines.
But it's been a while since I bought some.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do it next month. Just to get my...
Just to
Your
get
fix.
your fix.
yeah, my daily fix. My yearly fix at this point.
Oh.
I don't believe I actually bought any figures last year.
I want to say the last figure you bought was the one you gave me for Christmas.
Yes.
Oh shit, I should show off that figurine soon then. Well, in a couple of episodes. Next time I'll show off some pictures. Like you did.
Mhm.
So, I realize a lot of people are playing a game called Lost Ark now. It's a free RPG game, I believe.
MMORPG.
MMORPG. Have you guys
Yes.
looked into this?
Not at all, actually.
And the reason I wrote this down today was because one of my colleagues in a different Discord group I'm currently in, with all my gamer colleagues, one of them asked if anyone had played the game or were up for trying it out. So I know some of my colleagues have downloaded it today to try it out. Then I thought, I wonder what you guys think about this. Have you checked it out in some capacity?
Yeah, I have to disappoint you there, because I just looked at it, but I was like, I'm not ready for a new MMORPG now. I don't.
No,
I don't think I have
this
the
is more
new...
a top-down one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but-
Diablo viewpoint, at least.
Yeah, it's pay to win though.
It is?
Oh yeah, it's a free to play game that bases on in-game purchases.
Yeah, but you can do in-game purchases in Final Fantasy 14 as well.
Yeah, not to gain power.
But that's not the main income,
No.
and it is very strict. You can't use your purchasable items for any benefit in the game whatsoever.
Except
But
getting clothes.
Except getting clothes. And if you
Yeah.
consider that as power, then
It is! You get to...
it is fashion power.
Fashion power!
I can
But
accept
in,
games having you to pay for cosmetics, as long as it isn't pay to win.
I believe Lost Ark
As for the Lost Ark, I don't know. I think you need to experience it yourself and get into it to judge how bad the pay-to-win aspect is. Or even if it is an aspect at all, but that sounds like a dream scenario because we all know that the free-to-play model often turns into pay-to-win because that gives a shit ton of money to the developers once people are hooked to the free game model.
This is also a Korean game, I believe. I don't know how they do stuff.
Very, very often they turn into... Eventually, very often they turn into pay-to-win. I'm not saying The Lost Ark is this at the moment, or if it ever will be, but a lot of other games which with similar trends have become pay-to-win.
Yeah.
So, we have
mobile games for that.
We have mobile games for that.
Not only pay-to-win PC games.
So, but that's not my initial hesitation. It was just like, I don't have the patience to start a new MMO grind right now. I was like,
because
I like my short casual experiences right now.
I looked at YouTube today. I found a 20-minute clip which showed some gameplay, some character designs, some of your character choices when it comes down to if you want to be a mage or a tank or whatnot. And it seemed fairly okay. At least, so. I know some of my colleagues are testing it out, so I will have to ask them then what they think. Because I was like, it seems okay, but I know we have bought Baldur's Gate to try out at some point.
Yeah, of course.
And the
but
third one looks fairly good as well.
Yep.
Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's made by the Divinity guys. But anyhow, why would I play Lost Ark? That's an MMO. While I got Path of Exile, which is basically the same game, just not MMO.
Well, I don't know. I just saw it was a really popular game at the moment.
Because there's hopefully a multiplayer aspect in an MMO where you can hook up with your friends and play together.
Well, it is in Path of Exile as well.
We lack the experience. Hopefully there is some larger multiplayer content, like where you have to like group up in larger raids to complete content.
Yeah, but
which would make that aspect at least a multiplayer focused one. But I don't know about the rest. I have no idea.
I know there are dungeons and bosses where you need to be bigger parties.
Yeah, but I hate to say
So what's... Okay.
But some of the MMO aspect I don't like. Sometimes I want to play alone in a game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perhaps you just don't want to play an MMO then.
Yeah,
so that's why you play
Might
RPGs.
not be a Lost Ark problem, it might be a your preference problem.
Yeah, and I got Path of Exile if I want that experience, or I can just play Diablo 2.
Yeah. That's the thing. The guys at work who were trying out this game really like Diablo 2 Resurrected, or what's his name?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I think they played through the third game as well, Diablo 3. Now they were curious about Lost Ark. So
I think they will be very disappointed if they come from Diablo 2 to Lost Ark. I
don't know.
Fathom.
I have no experience with Lost Ark. That's why I just figured I'd ask for your thoughts on the game.
Well,
Yeah,
It hasn't been on your radars, so that's
No.
fine.
I'm struggling with another game.
Yeah,
which
let's
is...
get the game content out of the way before we go down to the serious topics.
Yes, the Elden Ring, which has released for fabulous reviews. And I kind
Mostly.
of get it. Yeah, mostly.
At least 70% positive on Steam.
Yeah, they released a new patch today, which fixes your problem. they said.
They did? Okay.
Yes. But I
Okay.
don't know. Don't quote me on it. They just said they released it. But anyhow, it's a new From Software game, which is the creator of Dark Souls and Bloodborne and everything between. And you can really feel the influence.
Is it just as hard?
Yes. To a certain degree. Because the pacing is all over the place.
Well, because it's open world?
It's open world. So you go to a point where you fight the boss, and you figure out, I cannot kill this boss. So you just walk away, and go another path, and find and do something fun there. And then you find another boss, and like, I cannot kill this. And then you do this, until you find the boss, where you can kill. And then you're like, I just killed you. Maybe I can kill your brother. And then you go and kill every other boss that you couldn't kill up to that point.
Yeah.
And then the game is super easy. Because you explore so much and you level and shit. You get better gear and everything. Yeah. So you get to that tipping point where everything becomes super easy. And
because it's the open world syndrome where you like do all of these side quests, side optional thingies, and you get overleveled.
Yeah, but you kind of have to do it. I still haven't killed the first boss yet, because I haven't the build for it.
But this is a single player game, yes?
Yes, it's a single player game with multiplayer if you want.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
People can invade you and kill you. But I would say it's very good at this point.
But that has been the reviews I've seen as well for the people who have been able to play it without having technical difficulties. The general reviews is like, this is the pinnacle of the type of FromSoft game design, like in terms of Dark Souls-ish type of game. This is like all of their Dark Souls and Bloodborne just like refined and perfected. This is the best they've released now as a type of game. Both in terms of mechanics and
I would say like it's tight. It's really tight, the gameplay, right? But I feel the pacing is so off.
Because it isn't linear, or...
No, because I am at this point where you're killing enemies and you don't get any souls or any XP. So I will go to a very hard difficulty area and cheese the fuck out of enemies to get experience.
Well, it's the over-leveling syndrome that could be with most RPGs, I guess. You could like where you have the creativity to go off a beaten path, off the linear game design, where you can just like grind and overpower your character, which is satisfying in its own way.
But I feel I have to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because my HP is so low at this point. And yeah, you just find your way to cheese the game like fucking hell. Which is kind of yeah. I use the summons. I can summon dogs, and they fight with me, and they cheese the fuck out of bosses.
Okay.
Speaking of games, I got the Epic Game Launcher, which this Christmas gave out a free game every day for 16 days straight. One of the games I got was Pathfinder Kingmaker.
Oh shit!
Yeah, enhanced plus edition even. Seems like a good game. Top-down RPG. Just wish there was co-op on it, because there isn't.
Yeah.
But that would be the kind of game I would like to play co-op on, like the one we played, which you mentioned. Divinity, yes. I got other games as well, like the 3 new Tomb Raider games, Vampire, Prey, a couple of these games, Dead by Daylight, Control, whatnot. But I got this game called Remnant from the Ashes. You know anything about it?
Dark Souls with
Remnant.
guns and co-op.
Yes, it's co-op on it. I know I asked you about this earlier, and you said it was like Dark Souls. But is it from those guys or just
No.
no?
It's not FromSoft. But it's fun, as I gathered.
Yeah. Do you have the game? Do any
No.
of you want to play the game?
We got a lot of games to play right now, so
I know we do. I'm just asking because I have the game now, but I don't want to play it on my own.
yeah, we can play it
I
together.
like co-op games to be played like co-op.
We can find time, but I really want to. What are we playing now?
Well, you're playing Elden Ring, and I wish
I'm replaying Mass Effect at the moment.
So we're not playing
Just
on multiplayer.
getting-
okay?
back to Elden Ring for a brief moment because I wanted to play Elden Ring, but unfortunately I've been one of the many people who's been plagued with technical issues because I couldn't even get the game to launch. Like, first I had to update my easy anti-cheat program and download files from a third-party site, manually install them into a folder to even get the game to boot and to try to get into the main menu, where the game would just open up the Elden Ring logo and says, press any key to enter the menu.
Where's
And
the any key?
I pressed any key and the game would just crash. So that's my Elden Ring experience. It literally hasn't been working for me. I haven't even been able to get into the menu. And I've looked far and wide for fixes, updating drivers, or doing this and that with your settings for easy anti-cheat and such, but I haven't been able to play the game. So I refunded the game. So
Fix today, he said.
perhaps, I don't know, but I'm not leaving my money in their hands unless I can at least play the game. So
Yeah, that's a fair
If-
assumption.
yeah, so one of the few times I've used the Steam refund mechanic. It's not a mechanic, it's a thing. Steam refund. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get.
To this day,
Yeah,
I have
fixed.
never refunded a game.
Wow.
I have actually refunded the game because it ran like crap.
I've
And
sold
Yeah,
the games.
and supposedly Elden Ring runs like crap for some people, like performance-wise. So
Yeah.
when they do get into the game, and it's completely
that's the
random.
new norm,
for some,
isn't it? Give out the game before it's finished.
Yeah, because of
Riddled with
hype and announced release dates.
investors and whatnot.
Yeah, that's one of the
Well,
good things with let's take CD Projekt Red for example. Like how wonderful they did a job of The Witcher 3. It's like, wow, that's still to this day. It's
That was
such-
also riddled with some bugs at the beginning. They had to patch that
some
game
bugs,
as well,
but
not to the extent.
it's doesn't compare
Cyberpunk.
to Cyberpunk because that was the amount of hype was just at the end a detriment to that game because it got too much hype.
Yeah,
It's yeah,
the
and
hype
too
killed the
much
game.
pressure on the release and yeah, it wasn't ready. But now it's supposedly very, very much improved at this point.
Yeah, they
Also, I've
recently
heard.
released a new patch, and
Yeah,
the game is doing quite well for itself now.
yeah.
I don't believe it before I see it.
Yeah, but go ahead and see it then. I've
Go and see
heard
it.
it's. Go ahead and see it.
it's
Open
all,
up any
it's all over the YouTube at the moment.
No, I can play it
Twitch
my-
stream. Any Twitch stream. That's the most you can watch the content as it is now.
Yeah, but
That's
I've been
Twitch.
waiting to play it myself. So
Okay. Well,
Yeah, well, it's gotten a lot better. I played through the game with little to no bugs. So
Yep.
The same was with Mass Effect Andromeda when that released. It was riddled with shit and
It's
people
still
got some. Yeah, it's still shit. But I didn't experience too much bugs with the game. Also, they released a patch fairly quick after the game launched, like a week after or something. So I don't know. The game was shit, but not because of the bugs, I felt.
Yeah.
No, but
was content.
Yeah, the
And-
story was
and-
really lackluster compared to the original 3 Mass Effect games.
and the animations. I've seen some of the facial animation from that game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there
that
like,
was
weird
part of the bug problem. They fixed some of it with patches, or most of it. But they didn't really give you free DLCs to kind of sweeten the deal either. CD Projekt Red have done that with Cyberpunk as well.
Oh, they have.
Yeah,
Oh.
when fixing and releasing patches, they released just free DLC stuff with it. They did so for Witcher as well, like 16 free small DLCs, with weapons, clothing, alternate appearances, extra quests and whatnot they added, and they've done so with Cyberpunk as well.
Yep.
Extra quests, extra stuff you can buy, alternate
yeah.
skins.
But I believe that Cyberpunk will never live up to its original hype.
No, it will not live up to its
Well-
original hype. That's too much to ask. Even
Well,
before
no,
the game
because
released.
because CD Projekt Red at the point of The Witcher 3, when that was their latest release, they had literally done. They were like the all good game developer. They were like the Blizzard of old. It was like when you knew Blizzard released a game back in Diablo 2 era, Warcraft 3, when that was like, okay, Blizzard title, this is going to be good. And it was like, The Witcher 3, CD Projekt Red, this is going to be good. We just knew that because they hadn't done anything bad yet. So,
Yeah.
and
And you cannot blame the hype on the consumers because
I'm not, just to put it out there, I'm not comparing CG Projekt Red to Blizzard at the moment because that's a whole other shit show.
Yeah, but
or is it like Activision Blizzard or
no.
Now it's
It's
Microsoft.
Fuck yeah, sorry.
They get popped up. But
Yep.
let's move away from the game content. Björn, how does a man defend himself in court?
Oh, that's a whole other problem. That's not game.
No, I said
Okay.
let's move away from the game. We have
It was like, you know how we fight for equality for women, like equal rights, equal work, equal pay, such and such, and like,
Yep.
yeah. So, how about this scenario? Man and wife, or boyfriend, girlfriend, has a lovely time together for a long time. But then suddenly they break up for some reason. And she decides to like take you or the guy, her boyfriend, take him down as hard as she can because she hates him. And she throws out rape accusations and claims yada yada yada, which could all be, I mean, let's say they're all lies, but she claims that her boyfriend raped her and such and abused her and such and such. It's all lies, but it still goes to court. What can a man do today to defend himself against claims like that when it's just, even if it is true or even if it is false, it's word against word. There's no video evidence, there's nothing to support one or the other. It's just his claims versus her claims. And her lies in today's society would stand stronger than his truths. Even if she completely fabricates, if she's a good storyteller, she could fabricate a rape story. Let's say she was passed out drunk at a party and she could say, oh, and the next morning he raped me when I was drunk, blacked out, which could be a complete lie. How are you as a man supposed to defend yourself against that when it's word against word? I think you're likely fucked. So if your ex-girlfriend today wants to take you down, she easily could, I think.
Not easily, but yeah, she could. Because
even if things doesn't go down in court, the social things around you may break down. Work, friends, family, and such.
Yeah, but that is when you go to court against her.
Yeah, of course. It's a court case, you versus her, and it's word against word. So, but you're likely fucked anyways.
No, but no, not in court. Because she needs very hard-hitting evidence at court.
Yeah, but you could have had sex the night or previously, and she could just say that was the rape.
Yeah, you could both have like at this party you were dancing on the table and announcing to everyone, we're going upstairs to have sex now. Yay, everyone's cheering on you. And you two go upstairs, have consensual sex. And a year later, you separate, divorce, go to court, and she brings up this case and claims that, oh, hey guys, remember that night when we were dancing on the table, said we were going up to have sex? Yeah, we did, and he raped me.
That would not flow.
A complete lie.
Yeah, but that is why you ask, why would you hold back a year before reporting this?
Yeah.
Well,
I could see this scenario play out if you had sex, and the day after she accuses you of rape.
Yeah.
Because then she kind of have...
Oh, well, yeah, okay, let's say the day after. Even if, like the only way to defend... Like, I'm just putting an extreme scenario. The only way to be 100% safe today is to first, before two parts have consensual sex, you both need to sign a contract.
With
a witness.
You
with a third-party witness.
No,
you both... Let me finish this monologue. You both sign a contract with a third-party witness, and you both take breathalyzer alcohol tests, and you take blood tests to establish that you're both sober and you're not influenced by any drugs. You're not blacked out or anything. And you've signed a contract with a third-party witness. And you've both, so...
No,
that's the only... Isn't that the only way you can be safe?
Oh, you're stealing my business opportunity here.
What's your business opportunity here, Mr. Villain?
I'm making a consent sex app where you send a message to the other guy or the other girl via phone. She needs to open the app and say, I consent.
It works like a fucking digital contract.
Yes.
Is that a fucking...
That's my business idea.
Junior, I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Yes. So
we can be villains in this together. This sounds like a fucking brilliant idea.
You're just like, hold on. I need to open my app. It's like
sexual consent contract.
Yeah. You type in her number.
But this app needs to have an additional functionality. Needs to be able to verify a blood sample to verify your alcohol levels and drug
Why? Because you could be having sex on the party and it would just say you were drunk and whatnot.
Yeah, but that doesn't fly. If you're sober and she is blacked out drunk, she could say yes in the moment, but the morning after, she would be like, oh, I was blacked out. You abused me in a vulnerable position.
No, because you signed this app. You agreed to this. You have to use your
But if she wasn't like what's it called? If she was blacked out at the moment, nothing she clicked on or even signed a physical contract when blacked out doesn't matter. If you are under the influence when signing a contract.
If you sign a contract, you have signed a contract. Junior almost bought me plane tickets while drunk once.
Yeah, right? But, yeah, and that was my doing, right? When you're blackout drunk, do you think you are able to sign this contract?
No,
it's not easy. You have to use your ID, which you use to get into the bank, you know? Your bank ID.
But having sex is not supposed to be work.
No,
Kinda.
but to be safe, you have to make it
Yeah.
into work.
To
Unless
have
you could
consent, to have consent, this has to be work. Like putting on a condom.
I'm gonna have sex afterwards. Junior, do you want to be the witness?
Yeah.
Because apparently we need witnesses as well.
Just bring your phone. Either that, or I make an app for using a condom, right? Which you both have to, you both have to sign to open this condom, or something like that.
To open the condom.
Yeah, to use the
No.
condom. Yeah,
Fuck the condom.
yeah, but that is rape then.
Ow.
How?
No, well, what other means can you use?
You don't have a condom? You're gonna rape me?
Because that is the deciding factor whether it's rape or consensual. Condom versus no condom.
Could be.
No, I don't fucking think so.
What? Are you
it's the-
serious? Would
No,
you have would you have sex with a girl just because you didn't have condom? If you
Yes.
got
No. I think we're
If I
we're
were-
looking at this in different ways. Let's say you beat down a girl and force her down in the back street, and you put on a condom. Therefore, it's not rape.
no,
It's
but
like, that's what I'm hearing.
No,
Because
no, because you need to have like a consensual condom app or something to unlock this condom, right?
No, you're making a greater barrier to entry to use a condom, which isn't a factor at all, whether it's rape
Well-
or not. I don't see where you're getting at.
It's hard enough using a condom without unleashing the condom via an app.
Well, the point is that you have to consent to open it. We are making. Well, how can you make certain that a boy doesn't rape without consent then?
How are you
Without
supposed to
the-
make kids without raping people then?
I thought I was the villain here.
No, yeah, you're the
No,
villain
I
now.
like your digital sexual consent contract. I like that idea. That's a
You like the
fucking
idea?
brilliant idea.
Upon the point of the condom.
Yeah, upon the
I-
point of the condom, because that's an additional functionality. I
Yeah,
think.
but it wasn't the we have been 10 years together and let's have this sexy time without a condom and then it's rape. No, I was thinking about the more like one night stands.
You could do one night stand without using a fucking condom.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you got any STDs?
Not as far as I know, no.
No, that's very lucky then. Right?
Yes, it is. Haven't got
Fun
any more
fact.
kids as well.
Fun fact:
That's very lucky of you.
Norway is one of the countries with the most chlamydia going around.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, and it's because of people like Thomas
No, I don't have any STDs.
that you know of.
I checked a while back ago. I didn't
Yeah.
have any.
Yeah,
and
he's actually checked. He's
Yeah,
actually checked.
yeah, but why did you need to check?
Because I've had sex with someone.
Yeah.
Using a
Well, why
condom.
else?
And I had symptoms.
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere.
But they weren't related to an STD. So.
But yeah, like in the grand. Do you know where I'm getting at?
Yeah, we know.
Like, for this whole situation.
This would pretty much be a word against word situation, where she actually could provide evidence of you having intercourse. But I think they can look at the girl, like they have to check her downstairs to see if you have been forcing your way through or if it was not forced.
Can they
Yeah,
do
because
that
you-
accurately?
Yeah,
if it's
because
forced or
if you
consensual?
force your way, you could actually tear her apart. Not tear her apart, but you can make rifts and whatnot due to the force.
okay.
Of course, it might occur naturally as well, but that's one of the ways they check girls for rape, is
Huh.
to see if you have forced your way in.
Or they just find
What the
DNA.
fuck?
Yeah, that they could do it. Yeah, but as I said, you could have been just having
Well,
sex.
but if you were boy and girlfriend, you would likely be having sex. I know it's like just one night after the party that you decided to break up. So
Yeah,
For example.
it wouldn't look too good for the guy, to be
No.
honest.
Yeah.
I don't think, but I don't know. It wouldn't be good for her as well if they figured out it isn't a rape.
That is why you need to get her to suck your cock. Because it's very hard to rape someone that sucks your cock, right? And then you can use that in court.
Well,
She sucked me off. No bite marks.
Yeah. If you call this rape, and she sucked my cock, where is my teeth marks? I can show you my dick right here and right now.
well, you have the other type of rape, which isn't physical, but it's like extortion. It's like, boss, like, yeah, you get fired if you don't suck my cock, and if you bite it, you also get fired. So
Yeah, you would know.
that's like,
Yeah, that's
What?
black.
I would know.
Seemed like something you had experienced.
Wow,
Yeah, you'd seen Euphoria too much here.
I was in Euphoria too much. I haven't started season 2 yet, but I'm going to.
Spoiler alert, none of the dicks are real in Euphoria. They're using stunt dicks.
I haven't seen any
Stunt
dick
cock!
in Euphoria.
For those who watched.
Oh yeah, there were some brief images of when they were viewing some dick pics.
Well,
So yeah, there were dick pics. A few,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
Yeah,
but,
but
spoil-
we've all seen Orgasmo.
it's stunt cock.
Yeah.
They shouted for the stunt cock to come in.
Orgasmo and Choda Boy.
Yeah. You laughed quite hard at that boy.
Yeah, because it was so fucking unexpected. The one time he just popped out, I was like sipping a beer, and he was like popping into frame. It was like Choda Boy. I
Price.
almost died.
Oh no!
But it was worth it.
Oh, it's Orgasmo! The girl said when Orgasmo
Yeah,
entered the scene,
yeah.
and then Choda Boy just popped up from nowhere, and Choda Boy!
Yeah, those guys are brilliant.
Yeah, it's from the
Same
guys.
creators of the South Park. This
Yeah.
was a movie project before they started.
Yeah,
South
their
Park.
very first movie, I believe. was
Didn't they
Orgasmo.
make it while they made South Park?
Maybe they just
No,
started
it
South
was,
Park because the movie is from 1996 or 7, I believe. I don't know if South Park was a thing back then. But I believe this is one of the first project they ever did, and it's super funny. You also got basketball, which is a combination of basketball and baseball.
Oh yeah,
Not as funny, but still funny. Moving on. Arguments now versus when you were younger.
yeah. It's still one of my things because in my earlier years on the internet, I may have found myself
Watching porn.
yeah, that as well. But in my earlier years, perhaps when I was full of testosterone and rage, I would likely more often find myself arguing with people because I don't know why. Because that's obviously changed now. Because now, when I see that I have differing opinions with someone, let's say this is someone completely random on the internet or on the street, like there's someone protesting saying like veganism for all of humanity or something, and you're like, yeah, I eat meat, but it's like, eh. And you get into a conflict with said person, you don't know him or her, like completely different persons. I'm at the point of like, why bother arguing for something with someone you don't know or have no respect for or with, and they don't have respect for you either? What do you gain from arguing with this person? Well, most likely you both just get more pissed, and you'll spend lots of time and effort just to get pissed. So isn't it instead just, I find myself today, if I find someone that disagrees with me, I was just like, okay, fine, we disagree, you win. Good, GG, let's move on. Like, bye. I don't feel the need to win arguments especially if it's not a person I don't see very often or know at all. Do you feel the same tendencies now versus when you were younger?
Maybe I still have I have kids, so maybe those childish arguments come up, and I might be using them back at the kids. But there's no way to rationalize a heated argument with a kid, so you kind of stoop to their level at some point in an argument.
But the point is, you still argue. You just don't completely like, yeah, fine. I don't want to argue. I can't.
It really depends on the argument and how important it is. If it's school related, homework related, getting the kids to get off the computer to go out, or if it's just what we're having to dinner. Like,
yeah. Let's say even if it's something really important, someone shit talks the Witcher series to you, and you're like, this is a completely random person, and you completely disagree with him.
I will defend Witcher with all my heart.
Why?
Because it's Witcher, innit?
What does this gain you other than because this other person will always disagree with you, no matter how convinced,
because I'm passionate for Witcher.
Yeah, but don't you feel it's pointless still?
No.
You're just two walls trying to make each other fall.
No.
It's like, no.
I will make him see his error.
Yeah, but he won't. And he won't see your ways either. So
no, but I will still try.
You're just like, you'll just argue for as much time as you both can feasibly see this argument to last. Yeah, and you'll split ways and you both have achieved nothing.
If he's going to argue against me, he still needs to have some knowledge of it, right? So he would have played the games, watched the show, or read the books. Because I got knowledge from all of them, so I can just keep throwing all the good stuff at him.
Okay, but what I see most often with people who don't like something is that they don't like the premise, or they've consumed like 5% of the amount of content this is, or they watch the headline, or they don't like a certain actor in this movie or this series. It's like, that's the viewpoint most often from the haters. They're not super well educated into it because they didn't consume like 5 seasons of it. Let's say it's a TV series. Then.
This sounds like just today's people with everything.
The
whole community don't like anything that's actually good. And they would tear it down, and they would not have been watching the entire stuff of anything, but still they would hate it.
Because this is what I'm getting at. There's so many people around you with so many different opinions. You will always, every day of your life, if you search for it, you will find someone to disagree with.
Yeah.
So why would you bother to argue with someone for every day of your life?
Let me tell you why. Because if you don't stand up to them, things will happen. Bad things will happen. Because the minority of these kind of people shout so fucking loud when they don't like anything. And someone with a high position will hear this, and they will make adjustments to make those people happy. And they will, in the process, make the product bad. And those people they're trying to appease would still not watch it. Whatever they do. They would just be happy. They've done something.
We're speaking of TV series now, specifically. Or games, or media.
Books,
movies,
comic books, whatever.
Yeah. Entertainment. Let's say it's a TV series.
Yeah.
You said The Witcher. Let's say it's a game or this TV series.
What I'm hearing here is Thomas would be a sucker for trolls. He would lie and hook and sink that shit.
Yeah, but if you don't stand up to anyone, they will be heard, and the product will be shit in the future, and those people will still not watch it or read it or whatever, and you will try to do so, and you will fall off the wagon because it has become completely shit. Sometimes you have to stand up for what you believe in. And Witcher is one of the things I'm willing to stand up for.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up as an example.
Yeah.
But it's like, for your own benefit, if you know this is likely an argument, you'll just like both end up never agreeing.
Yeah, well, I have
And
this.
there's
I have
just so
discussed.
many things in this world that people never agree on. So why should you bother to make more than 10 minutes of effort?
I have
Let's
discussed
say
with
2 minutes
people
of
who
effort.
have turned around, and I have discussed with people who just won't see reason. Or
Yeah, but
they figure
on-
I won't see
online.
reason. But no, not online. I don't discuss with people online. It's in person.
No. But
This
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be in person.
Yeah, of course.
But I have discussed with both kind of people, and I know when to back down. Because I won't be explaining something for an hour to someone who just won't listen.
Yeah,
But
like
if
your
they're willing to
ex-girlfriend.
discuss
That's-
back and forth, then I might be doing it. But
that's the thing. If you can have a reasonable discussion with someone and you both get reasonable inputs, perhaps, maybe, and you both have something less of a sufferable experience from this argument.
If both
You
have
have- it's
experience
somewhat-
with it and can pull from it and make reasonable, be reasonable with the content you're discussing,
Okay. well,
then it's okay. It's fine to discuss.
Very well. Junior has been fairly quiet during this, but I don't know if.
I don't discuss shit like this, apparently. That's what we got from it. But last topic of the day. Ukraine.
Oi, yeah.
Russia.
That was the most Norwegian thing I ever heard of you.
I turned to Norwegian. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, the situation is
Yeah.
bad. I just read today, actually. I'm just looking if it's still here. Nope. Russia has made their nuclear arsenal available. All the guys with the briefcases are meeting. Or have been meeting today. Or recording. It's Sunday today.
How they gather there to commit suicide? Or?
No, they're just having the nukes standing by. Readiness.
Well, shit.
You need 2 out of 3 briefcases to use the nukes, and I know the 3 people who have the suitcases, including Vladimir Putin, had a meeting today. So nuclear war
Well,
might
let's
be
hope.
a possibility.
Well, let's hope
It's
they
not
discuss.
completely off the table.
Let's-
No, people think of it, or they rationalize it down to being more of a threat to have Ukraine kind of give up before anything happens or needs to happen.
Yeah, that's the main. It's a fear factor thing.
Yeah.
Because if they do decide to push the button, then all hell will be raining down on Russia. Even more hell than what it currently is, because it's like, yay, we, the Western world, we're giving our support to Ukraine. You, Thomas, sent us a meme that's inspired by Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
where Ukraine is the warrior going to war. I will stand up to Russia. And you have Legolas saying, you have my bow, Aragorn says. You have my sword, Gimli says. You have my axe. And we all give our weapons to Ukraine and just push them into war. That's how the rest of the world supports Ukraine. It's like, yay, we're really supporting you.
Yeah, for those who
Just
don't know,
giving you some
in
weapons.
Lord of the Rings, those people actually accompany the main hero, the warrior.
Yeah,
But in this meme, on the last picture, you see the warrior walk off with all the stuff the people just gave him, like the weapons.
we should have
and the wizard
inserted
hat.
the meme into the video somehow.
yeah, but
I don't have
but,
it
no.
available.
No, but
Anyway, the point is, we're like claiming we're giving all of our support to Ukraine. Meanwhile, we're just sending some military stuff over there. We're not.
Yeah, but remember, Ukraine isn't part of EU. They aren't part
No,
of NATO.
but still, they're a country being invaded.
Yeah, but Putin said...
Arbitrary lies.
Putin said,
arbitrary
don't get
lies.
involved.
Yeah, but are we supposed to get involved in some foreign country because they are at war? Is
Well,
that what
we
you're
have
saying?
been getting involved in a lot of wars.
Isn't that what America does usually? If it's especially if it's for their benefit.
Yeah,
but I think the threat of a nuclear war, if anyone gets involved with the Ukraine and stuff,
okay,
is
no,
one
but,
of the reasons we don't. But also Putin said, don't get involved in this. It's between us and them. And, you know, White Russia,
Germany, France.
Yeah, but Putin is getting help. You see his neighbor over in, is it called White Russia in English? No?
Belarus.
Belarus?
Mm.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, and another country with 70,000 soldiers just made their troops available for Putin to use. And it's like, why would he tell people to stay away from this? It's Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah.
And all my allies, but Ukraine cannot have allies in this.
But that's the point. Ukraine did never have any allies. They tried to make some and look at what
But they might have friends then. They're not even allowed to call upon their friends in the West.
Well, but the enemy of
My enemy
is my friend.
Yeah, but
Or something. So like the enemy of Ukraine is Russia, therefore Ukraine is my friend. So like
but we are not on bad terms with Russia. Norway and Russia have a fairly good relationship going.
I hate to say this, but we cannot help Ukraine right now.
We're giving them support. We're supportive.
And giving them lots of guns.
And money. They get money, weapons, and we're aiding refugees and whatnot, like those kind of things we can do.
Yeah, that is the only thing we can do now, at this point.
Yeah, and we're doing it.
Yeah. And imagine that we got involved in a more direct conflict. You would get Russia walking over our borders.
Yeah, they will hit you first. The two of
Yeah.
you before me.
because we're further north.
Yeah, I will have time to move to New Zealand before they get here.
So currently we cannot do anything.
No.
And then you will get we will be the aggressor in this war.
But
right?
I think the way they think is a little bit funny, because Russia says, no, our national security is at stake because of NATO and whatnot, and we will do what we must do to keep our country safe, so we're going to invade our neighboring country.
Yeah.
And they also say, every country has the right to choose their own security or national security stuff, but other countries cannot join NATO.
Yeah. and it's
the morals of this.
He's demilitarizing Ukraine so they can choose their own government.
Which they did. So he can choose their own government.
No, it's not right, but the Russian people understand this, and they are protesting, and they are writing.
And they're fucking protesting because one of the infamous slogans of Russian protesters is like the sign where it's like Russia equals Putin, and there's a cross over the equal sign because Russia does not equal Putin. Like no to war in Ukraine. That's one of the most popular slogans.
I saw one sign today where half of the face was Putin's and the other half was Hitler's. And it was like, let's not make history repeat or something.
Yeah.
So I imagine that Putin will lose a lot of popularity because of this. A lot.
Yeah.
Well, was he super popular from...
Yeah, he actually was, because he did a lot of good things for Russia. Right?
Well, Hitler did a lot of good things for Germany before the war.
Yeah,
and under the table there were some things lurking, you know. So
yeah, but of course you're getting popularity because you're doing. If we had a prime minister who did a lot of good shit for Norway, we'd be like, yeah.
But
I like it.
secretly he
Putin's
eats
done,
kids in his basement.
Yeah, but
So
how
like-
Putin's
but you don't
done a
know.
lot of stuff within the sports community in Russia. He himself trains judo. He does propaganda judo pictures around places with people. He accompanies the ice hockey players on the ice. He ice skates as well in full set and stuff.
Seems
And-
like
and-
fairly minor gestures.
Yeah, no, but he's just supporting the sports community
Yeah.
in Russia overall, and then now the sports community in Russia is suffering through the sanctions from EU. From EU
From
and,
everybody.
and everybody. Even
Yeah,
Asia
I
is
think
now
that's
throwing.
that's one of the bad things. Like because of what Putin and his military troops, what they're doing, whole of Russia is suffering.
Yeah, but
all
how,
of
how,
these-
how can
Yeah.
you make him suffer without having the
Yeah,
rest of the
it's
people to
that's
suffer?
the fucking
It's,
problem. You really can't like focus the damage that much.
Yeah,
Like,
but you can
it's
say
just a fucking shame.
no. You can look at this point. It's not Putin that's fighting the war. It's a soldier, right?
Yeah, by his commands, though.
Yeah, but
did you see? Did you see the thing they filmed in Russia where he's asking his minister or something a question if they should occupy or help out the outbreak regions of Ukraine, and the guy who's trying to answer Putin stumble across his words and answer wrong, and Putin have to drag the words out of the guy's mouth.
no.
Oh.
No.
I think it was his spy master or whatnot, who were supposed to give him some input, and he doesn't know what to answer, and he answers wrong, and Putin does not like that.
Well, of course
You
not.
should
but-
see that clip though. It's on the
Yeah,
internet.
I think I scrolled past something about the Russian spy master or something.
Intelligence dude or head of
Yeah.
intelligence services or
I
whatnot.
think it said spy master literally.
Ah,
But,
okay.
I don't know.
I just used that word because that was the closest word that came to mind of what this guy was. But head of, yeah.
Head of spies.
Yeah, basically something head of something within the military structure.
Yeah, no, the Ukraine shit is quite bad, and I wish I could adopt a Ukrainian before. There's no more.
Oh, that's what you're seeing. The opportunity to adopt a Ukrainian.
Yeah, there are a lot of lovely girls there.
Probably, but
I will personally aid Ukraine by taking in one of their most beautiful girls to my home.
To my homesteading.
She can stay at home. I go to work. I will pay for shit. All I ask of her is just clean the house, make some dinner, have sex with me.
All the
Usual.
little things.
All the little
Just-
things.
just trying to move a bit away from the Russian-Ukraine thing because we could talk about that for like how horrible it is forever. But like that thing, man versus woman in economical situations. Why is that such a common thing that the man provides and the girl? I'm not saying this is for everyone, but it's a very common trope that the man is super wealthy or has a good paying job, and the woman's just like, yeah, she's just pretty and she walks around doing nothing and gets provided.
It's just how it was back in the day.
Yeah,
The
but
men would be out farming, out hunting and whatnot, and the females would be doing
No, but
the
I
cooking, the
believe-
cleaning and whatnot.
I believe it's some truth to that to this day, because girls are
Yeah,
dating.
because there's some mentality around that
no,
going
because-
that this is an okay thing. No,
Because girls are dating upwards at age, right? And it's more natural to have more wealth the older you get, right?
okay, yeah.
That is some of the reason, I think.
Yeah, but when you're 50 and you're going out to date, you still will be dating a
No.
woman in her 40s or something.
No,
Even though
th-
she's dating
no, no,
upwards, she should
yeah,
be
but the-
around the same
yeah, but-
place that you
yeah,
are
yeah,
in
but-
life.
Yeah, but 50-year-olds aren't making memes and shit on the internet. It's the 20-year-olds who are dating 30s.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and those are the ones that complain the most, right?
Perhaps.
And of course, you as a 30-year-old should own more stuff than a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Or you get someone that's 18 and dating someone that's 25, right?
Yeah, but when you're 25, you just ended your school, or you're still in the university.
Or you have been working for 5 to 6 years, 7 years.
Depending on your education, yes. Well, with that, people, if you guys, our listeners, wants to send us a complaint about whatever, hate, love, show us your support, send us topics you want us to discuss, or ask us questions, send us a mail at tipsywednesday@gmail.com. Write to us in our Facebook group, Tipsy Wednesday. Remember to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and join our Discord server, where we're most active. Also, if you like our work, support us in the link below, so we can keep doing this, and so we all can be like Björn there in the woods, or wherever, because the money you guys send us goes to buy stuff we need for the podcast.
Like beer.
Like beer. Like green screens. Like better microphones. And microphone arms, which I'm currently in need of a new one. A bigger one. And it will help make us split the podcast in two. Because that shit is expensive to have 2 subscriptions.
Oh yeah, that's still a thing we need to do.
And I really need to do it, because I think that will help both podcasts if they're not in the same.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess right now. But,
but we're working to split the podcasts, but it's expensive, and in this day and age, with all the power bills are expensive as hell in Norway at the moment. On all record high.
Need extra expenses.
So please support us if you like what we do, so we can do it better for you guys. With all that said, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.